Your neighbor waves at you, holds the door, smiles. But what if, behind that normal face, there's a life you would never imagine? Because sometimes the most dangerous people look exactly like everyone else. We like to believe we can spot danger, that criminals look different, act different, feel different. But the truth is far more unsettling. Some people don't look dangerous at all. They blend in, they go to work, they have families, they laugh, they help, they exist just like you. And yet, hidden beneath that ordinary life is something darker, a second identity, a second world. This is the reality of people who live double lives, where one side is completely normal and the other is capable of things you can't even comprehend. Point 1. The power of compartmentalization. How is this even possible? The answer lies in something called compartmentalization. It's the ability to mentally separate parts of your life as if they exist in different boxes. One box holds their job, their family, their everyday personality. The other box? That's where everything dark is hidden. And the scariest part? These boxes don't mix. They can have dinner with loved ones and hours later become someone else entirely. No guilt crossing over, no visible cracks. It's not chaos, it's control. And that's what makes it so terrifying. Point 2. They don't see themselves as bad. Many of you might think these people feel like villains, but many of them don't. They justify their actions, they rationalize their behavior. They create their own version of reality where what they're doing somehow makes sense. That's what allows them to continue, because if they truly saw themselves as monsters, the double life would collapse. Instead, they build a story in their mind where they're still normal, still in control, and that illusion keeps everything hidden. Point 3. The mask of normalcy. Here's what makes this hit close to home. These individuals don't isolate themselves, they integrate. They're the coworker who never misses a deadline, the neighbor who helps carry groceries, the person nobody suspects. They study how to act, they observe social behavior, they become experts at appearing normal, and over time, the mask becomes so convincing even the people closest to them don't question it. That's why when the truth finally comes out, everyone says the same thing: I never saw it coming. Point 4. The breaking point. But there's always a moment, a mistake, a slip, a crack in the system, because maintaining two identities takes energy, focus, constant awareness, and eventually something breaks. Maybe it's a small inconsistency, maybe it's a sudden change in behavior, or maybe it's something much bigger. And when that hidden side is exposed, the shock isn't just about what they did, it's about who they were pretending to be all along. Now, think about this for a second. How well do you really know the people around you? Not just their routines, but their thoughts, their struggles, their hidden sides. It's uncomfortable, right? Because we all assume we understand the world around us. We trust what we see. We believe normal equals safe. But sometimes, normal is just a mask. Point 5. Why this matters. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because understanding how these double lives exist doesn't just change how you see others, it changes how you see human behavior itself. People are more complex than they appear, more layered than we expect. And sometimes the biggest danger isn't obvious, it's hidden in plain sight. So the next time you pass someone on the street or sit next to someone at work, ask yourself this: how much of what I'm seeing is real? Because behind the most ordinary faces, there can be stories you'd never believe. And once you realize that, you don't just see people the same way again.